Welcome back to Jump in the Broom podcast. This is episode 2. Cheers.
Drink.
I always forget, right? I always forget. We're going with white wine this week, y'all. So, again, thank you for so much support. So much support for episode 1. It was a success. What do you think?
I think it went well for my first podcast. I think it did good.
Super success. We got a lot of great feedback, a lot of great interaction. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys. Hopefully you do the same with this episode and episode 2. But we're going to switch it up this time. You know, like we said, we had a lot of great things planned for you guys. So first and foremost, you know, we wanted to just introduce ourselves and let you know how we began. And now we're going to kind of get more into the midst of all of the things that we're going to do with this podcast. So today, we're actually going to do some hot topic conversations. We're going to give you some updates with the wedding. We got story time for you guys. And of course, we got to end the podcast with something fun. So stay tuned for that as well. So why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
Speaking of hot topics, there was something I saw on Instagram about Ari and Moneybag Yo. Some of y'all may know them, some of y'all may not. But so Ari bought Moneybag Yo 28.8 acres of land. That's like 15 football fields for his birthday. And I guess my question is, are there levels to the gift giving? Like talking stage, boyfriend, girlfriend, proposal, marriage. Like, are there levels to when you buy that type of gift? Or a big gift like that, like a large gift?
You've never given me 28.8 acres. So
first of all, I'm not rich. Okay.
Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
but
I'm trying to be a housewife, so.
I'm trying to be a house husband.
No, there's no such thing as a house husband.
I don't know how we're going to do that, but somebody going to have to give sooner or later.
Well, I mean, I think that is levels.
I mean, do you think, so for them to, I guess that was a big deal. So is that too much for people of this status? Because they're just boyfriend and girlfriend, right?
Right.
Like, I don't know these things, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't be really kind of hip to the celebrity stuff, so.
You got to follow the shade room.
No free promo. No free promo. But as boyfriend and girlfriend, I mean, 28.8 acres of land.
That's a lot of land.
That's a lot of land. And a person like Moneybag Yo, I don't even know what he would do with that. Like,
they kept saying like he was like buying up the whole hood.
You can't buy up the whole hood. The acres already belong to you. Like, I'm just saying. Now, is it too much? Mm-hmm. I think so. I mean, given the type of person he is or where he comes from, I don't really see that as something that like makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure how much that costs. Depending on, do you know where it was?
I don't know where it was, but
see, land is different based on demographics. Yeah, so I don't know where it was, but I do know Moneybag Yo is from Tennessee.
So I think that may have been where it was. I think that. I
don't know. Shout out to Memphis, I think. But I have no idea. That's definitely something I would only do for somebody I'm married to, though.
But like if you're rich, right? There's gonna be different levels of gifts that way. So like the gift that we would give each other if we're like only boyfriend or girlfriend would be totally different than boyfriend or girlfriend as they're rich.
I disagree. I disagree only because like the levels of it to me is like that's something that's forever, right? Like buying somebody something that's forever. I think y'all need to be forever. Like, I'm not going to buy you this, that, and the fourth, and we're only boyfriend and girlfriend, or this, that, and the fourth. Like, I even joke with you sometimes about stuff like, oh, now we not doing that until we actually marry. Although we're engaged. Clearly. Jump in the Bro podcast. You get it. Oh, but, yeah, I'm not doing something like that. And that's, you know, you get a deed for land and you give it to somebody or whatever. Like, nah, I'm not doing that. They could break up tomorrow, especially in these celebrity relationships. Because, I'm sorry, I ain't the one to, you know, gossip. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't she belong to some other people?
But this seems like it's going to be like...
Why?
She bought 28.8 acres of land. So they going to be together for a little while.
What? Black China and Rob bought Black China like some Lamborghinis or something. Like, what does that mean?
But land has more value than the cars.
To each his own. To each his own. I mean, that's true.
It was a thoughtful gift, in my opinion. But I'm like,
I don't think Moneybag educated enough to appreciate a gift like that. I'm sorry, Moneybag. I ain't trying to drag you, bro. I'm really not. That's just my personal
I do think I agree with you. I think it's levels to it, but I think the levels get different when you have more money.
So, are you saying as long as you're rich, it really don't matter?
No, I'm just saying like when you're rich, I think they have levels as well, but just not our same levels, if that's making sense.
So, let's just say you were a millionaire, right?
Okay.
And we were where we are right now, right? Engaged. Do I get 28.8 acres of land?
Not that. You can get other stuff like cars.
You just said that when you rich.
I'm just saying. I still think that it was too much.
Why you yelling at me?
Because I still think it's too much. But as you get, rich and all of that good stuff, like the levels change.
I don't know. But all right, so let me ask you this then. Is it more so about the amount of money you have or where you are in your relationship? Because the reason I ask, if you're dating, say you just started dating, right? But I got money. So I can really splurge. Like last week we talked about first dates, right? If I'm rich or wealthy or well off or whatever, and I decide that I'm about to go on this first date and I want to make it remarkable, astronomical, unforgettable. Shout out to my vocabulary. Is it okay for me to fly you to a different country or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you look at things like that?
That would be a lot. But if you're like rich, you probably would fly me like not out the country, but like to another state.
But you would go?
If we believe in a girlfriend, I'd go.
Nah, we're talking about first date.
Nah, not first date.
Why not? You messing with a rich dude.
Nah, not the first date, but I would expect for you to not like take me to like Starbucks or something. You rich? Like I'm thinking you probably gonna take me to like.
See, all right, so now we gotta stop that. That doesn't make any sense though. What is wrong with? I don't understand why you have this thing about Starbucks, bro.
I'm just saying Starbucks is a.
But why does what's in my wallet? What's wrong with Starbucks? Starbucks is a very decent place because we're going to be able to have great conversation.
No, I agree, but I'm just thinking like if you have money, like you're gonna want to like do something super nice. Only because you could do. And honestly, when I'm thinking of super nice, may not be that nice to you because you're so rich.
Fellas, stop. Listen, I said this last week. Stop doing so much for these girls. They don't appreciate nothing.
Our first date was good.
Cause I'm rich.
You not know really.
Don't tell nobody that.
Oh.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Boo.
But if I was rich, you feel me?
Like if you was rich, I think we would have went somewhere else.
Nah, knowing me. Knowing me. The way to stay rich is save the coins. You hear me? Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But I do think there are levels to it when it comes to gift giving, and whether it be finances or whatever. If we're just talking about regular middle class, right? Middle class or working class, because the rich people ain't working.
Yeah, I definitely think it's levels.
I think it's definitely levels, and you cannot just be grabbing expensive gifts for people who you're not going to be in a long-term relationship.
But it's expected nowadays, so.
By who? By who? Who?
I mean, it's a new world out here today.
Who said that? Who said that? Where's the rule book? That's what I want to know.
It's a different world nowadays.
Nah, see, that's the problem. Y'all keep trying to change the game. The game really remain the same. Only the players change.
Okay. All right, Papa.
You can quote me on that one.
So I will have to say the best gift that Marco has ever given me, outside of my dog, of course, I love him to death, but my engagement ring, I think that he did an excellent job with picking it out. It was exactly what I wanted. I was telling my friends exactly what I wanted when they were fake asking me about themselves. So, I mean, I think it's, me. It's not too big, not too small. It's just like perfect. So, I love it.
Real talk. I just think though, seriously though, for the working class people, I think that if I was to give you a gift, it should be a reflection of thought Like it should be, you know what I'm saying? Like where it's coming from is something that I thought of you because honestly, the wealthier you are or whatever, if I can afford anything, that doesn't say that you're special to me. That only says that I can afford that for anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
And who's to say I haven't done that for everyone? But if I'm just, you know what I'm saying, trying to do something that's memorable, something special, I want you to remember it. So I want to do something that's from my heart. Fellas, listen, I hope you got a pen and paper. I'm giving out free game right now. I'm going to help you get a woman. You see what I did. You know what I'm saying? Put my Mac down.
I was drugged.
Hey, listen. Listen, not in this day and age. We not gonna play those type of games at all. No, sir. The way the world is going now,
see, it's a new world. It's a new world.
We not playing none of those games. You'll have this video flag. You'll have people in the comments talking about he looked like a predator. Nah, I ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that. So one of the very first gifts that Cherish gave to me was a graduation stole. Of course, I mentioned in the first episode that I was graduating from grad school, my master's, and this particular stole that she ordered and customized had my name on it, my fraternity, which is, anybody that knows me know I love my fraternity. It had my degree, my school name, and everything else on it, so it was customized to a T. Very personable gift. And I just felt like it was super special because at the time we were not boyfriend and girlfriend. We were still just in the dating phase. And of course, graduating was a milestone for me, a very monumental moment. And she made it her business to contribute in a way that would be very memorable. So I thought that was very cool of her. And it really showed me how much she thought of me and how special I was to her at that time. So that was hands down, you know, one of my favorite gifts, but also one of the first gifts that she had ever given to me, to recent memory at least. Why don't y'all let us know? We can make a post.
Let's do that.
We'll put it on Instagram and Twitter. By the way, you should be following those pages. If you aren't, make sure you do. But we'll make a post and take a poll and see what people think. So the question is, you know, is there levels to gift giving? Is that just basically how it sums it up?
Yep.
Is there levels to gift giving? Y'all let us know what y'all think, and we're going to go with that. Cool?
Cool. So that concludes our hot topics for today. We'll have more interesting topics as we go along. But now let's kick it off with some story time.
All right. So this week's story, as I promised y'all last week, is going to be about the proposal. But before we do that, your glass is looking empty. Don't start. Don't start.
Babysitting.
Don't start.
I think you should finish that and then we could both pour.
I'm not gonna. Okay, I will drink a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Of course. Toast to story time. Alright, so the proposal. Where do we start? So I ended by telling you guys last week how I called Brittany and told her it was time. Let's go and get the ring. So of course, I was extremely nervous because I had no idea how to pick out a ring and I didn't know what went into picking out a ring. So I decided to take Brittany and her other best friend Brianna to the jeweler, and boy oh boy, fellas, take the friends to the jeweler, okay? It's very hard. It's very difficult. There's a lot that goes into picking out a ring. I won't go into super detail because it's really not necessary. But I will say, you know, it was a super cool experience. I was very happy. I think she was very happy with the ring that I picked out. But then it went into planning the actual proposal.
Man, I'm still trying to figure out how I didn't know.
Come on, man. It's me, baby. It's
everybody was. The thing is, people were asking me about rings that week, but it was all like, you know, different stories, different people. Like one of my friends was like, "Oh, I think my boyfriend gonna propose to me. So like, what kind of ring you like? Like, what do you think I should get?" And I was just like, "Girl, what?"
Yeah. Like, and it was all part of the master plan, y'all. I had the master plan. Shout out to all the friends who helped and contributed.
Y'all get it.
Yeah. So it was all about finding a venue. Now, be mindful, guys. This is the middle of a pandemic. Every place is basically shut down. They have a maximum capacity limit of like 10 or something like that. Yep. So it's very hard at this time to try to find a place to host the proposal. I had a plethora of ideas of how I wanted to do it. I had a couple friends I asked about and this, that, and the fourth. I had a photographer, everything ready. And again, the hardest part was just finding a venue. So again, and I'm glad we talked about our first date last week. I decided that I was going to propose in the same place that we met for the first time, which is where we actually had our first date, as we spoke about last week when she came through the tornado. So, I was super not nervous, but I guess anxious again, because I wasn't sure how it was going to work, because I have a big family. She has a nice sized family. She has plenty of friends. I have plenty of friends. And it was like, how are we going to be able to do this in the middle of a pandemic, and will any place allow us to do it? I guess the good part and bad part about that was, because businesses were suffering, this place was extremely happy to host our proposal, because we were going to have a plethora of people there, and they were going to be buying drinks, buying food, all these things, because of course people weren't able to go out as much during the pandemic. So it was super complicated yet interesting with how that played out. Now, I was thinking to myself, what am I going to tell this girl to get her to dress up, look the part?
I wasn't in the mood. And
everything. So let's start from the beginning. I would ask Cherish randomly, like, yo, like, do you plan on getting your hair done anytime soon? This, that, and the fourth.
It's the shade. My hair wasn't done last week, but it's done this week, y'all. My girl
and you
look
look
me
good
up.
too.
Thank you, appreciate you.
That's my girl, y'all. That's my girl.
She my girl. She my girl, bro. And that's on
First
life.
of all, no.
That's on life, Mom.
James,
That's on life. That's on life, Mom.
But no. So I was like, Cherish, are you going to get your hair done? I'm like, well, how much do it cost to get your hair done? Like, tell me, I give you the money.
This is the first time anybody has ever paid for my hair. I ain't gonna lie to you. The hair, the weave, and the install. First time.
Listen, I was trying to make sure it was done. You understand? I said, Cherish, you know what I'm saying? Then I already knew, the rule of thumb, especially when you're proposing, fellas, make sure she have her nails done.
Please, because I haven't seen some proposals lately. Need a filling, nail was chipped.
I don't know what a filling is, but I'll smile and act like I do. So I was like, all right, gotta make sure she got her hair done, gotta make sure she have her nails done without setting off any alarming bells in her head. Lucky for me, this one don't have a lot of bells that go off.
If Johnny had 5 apples and he ate 2, how many he got left?
1.
If Johnny had 5 apples.
Okay, wait till it's over.
So
I'm just not nosy.
Nah, and I appreciate it. So again, trying to figure out, how to get her hair done, get her nails done, get everything done around the time that I was going to be proposing, because I had a window, basically. And what we didn't know, or what later came to fruition was, or to our attention, is that one of her best friends had a birthday celebration that was coming up. I completely missed that. So I had officially planned the proposal, and then had to reschedule the proposal because of the birthday thing. Didn't want to ruin that. But it wasn't much. It wasn't that much. I was able to shift things around. And as we were getting dressed, I had ordered some clothes, which I don't usually do for special occasions. And I was
Tell me what you ordered.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because it's levels. It's levels.
Bruh.
No, but I ordered some stuff that I don't usually order, and I thought that would even set off some type of suspicion.
I was happy for you. I was like, he bought himself something nice.
Hey man,
I was happy for you.
Charge it to my credit card. Live your life, fellas. Live your life.
Oh my goodness.
So no, got everything situated, and all I kept thinking about was, is my knee gonna hold up? Because listen, y'all, I'm a former athlete. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm just an old man, but I'm a former athlete, so it's a lot of miles on this body. These knees, okay, they don't work like they used to. So all I kept thinking was, how long is she gonna have me on my one knee? Because at some point, somebody gonna have to help me up. So that's what I was thinking as I was getting dressed. And I had a friend help me out with trying to trick her, because of course I couldn't tell her we were going somewhere I was about to propose to, right? Mm-hmm. So I told her that we were going to a poetry night.
Fish, toothfish, redfish, bluefish, knick-knack, paddywhack, get a dog a bone, 2000 party, oops, out of time, my bacon smelling fine.
At the place that we went on our first date. Now, of course, to her, that didn't necessarily serve any significance because this place is a pretty popular place. Mm-hmm. So what I did was I had my friend, shout out to Jazz, I had my friend Jazz make a poster. Like a full poster, y'all. Like everything about this is completely fake. With date, time, dress code, all of this stuff. I had her make a poster and like send it to her or whatever, and was like, you know, are you guys interested? I didn't want to bring it up. I wanted her to send it to Cherish directly. Mm-hmm. So Cherish can kind of like be like, oh, would you like to go to this? Because of course I was going to say yeah, but it was even points where I was like, are you sure you want to go? Just to kind of, you know, offset any type of possible suspicion.
Yeah. And that day, at the end, I don't know if I wanted to go or not.
Yeah, because like we said in the last episode, it was a lot going on that day. Mm-hmm. It's a lot going on that day in your personal life.
Right, yeah.
Not necessarily between you and I, but in your personal life. So, you know, all I could think of was I need tonight to go perfect. I need tonight to go perfect because I know for a fact that this will probably, or hopefully, be the happiest she's been. I was thinking ever. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking ever. But, so, I think it was raining that day.
Yeah, like a little drizzle.
It was a little drizzle,
and
but
I was out. Oh my goodness gracious.
I remember you were getting dressed and she was like, you think I should wear lipstick? And I was like, yes, please wear lipstick, bro. Like,
and I was like, no.
Get as cute as you possibly can. Like, what do you mean? Yes. I needed you to be as cute as possible.
I definitely didn't wear the lipstick.
She didn't wear lipstick. But also, I thought that it was because, again, we were in the pandemic.
I was gonna do my mask.
Yeah, you had to wear the mask. So I was like, she probably gonna wear it because the lipstick gonna be all over the mask or whatever. So, we're on our way. So, okay, let's pause real quick. So, as we're getting ready in the house, of course, I have the ring in my pocket.
I had no idea.
But I had on these tight ass pants, okay?
That boy got stretch pants. That boy got stretch pants.
So, all I could think of was she was going to see the print of the box in my pants and be like, what's that? You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't want her to see it. So, every time like she walked through the house, I was like strategically turning my body and all of this other stuff. Like I was in here a whole fool, y'all. A whole fool.
I didn't even notice.
Of course. Well, first of all, you was getting dressed and you was moving around.
And I was kind of irritated too. It was just a very bad day.
It was, but it turned out to be a great day. Mm-hmm. But so all I kept thinking was she gonna see this daggone box and ask me what it is. And the box was probably like that big in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept turning. And then I was like, I gotta get my ID. I gotta put all of this stuff in my pocket. These pants too damn tight for all of that stuff. Yeah, all my business out in the street. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't want to use too much, but I wanted to be discreet. So I just kept like pacing back and forth because, shout out to what we said last week during the game. I was dressed first. That is why I was pacing around and I already.
For once.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Now I don't get no credit. Y'all see what I deal with? This is what I deal with. The lies. I was dressed first. So
for once.
If y'all rewind to the game.
Today.
That's a lie.
What you mean?
Church, I always get dressed before you.
Marco, now that's a lie.
No.
How many times I'm sitting out here waiting on you still ironing your clothes?
That's because you don't iron your clothes.
So you take longer to get ready. You dress first.
If y'all rewind to the game, y'all will see that the right answer was Marco gets dressed first.
The lies.
That's just how it.
Cap with my baseball cap. I said I was gonna bring it in next time.
Whatever. So now we on our way or whatever. We get there and I'm like very hesitant because I reserved like a whole backspace, like this whole space behind this curtain. We had the balloons, the rose petals, the candles. It's me, y'all. Y'all know it's romantic. Come on now, look at the kid. You know what I'm saying? No? Okay. So, you know, we getting out the car and I got the umbrella And I have like the ring in my hand at this point because again, I don't want her to see it in my pocket. So I have the ring in the box in my hand with my hand closed. But I have the umbrella as well.
I need to be a little bit more aware.
Hey, that's on you. So we walk into the place, and when we get there, like I kept thinking to myself, what am I going to say to the restaurant host so they're in on it as well? Because she thinks we're going to a poetry night. But the people that was there, they knew that I was proposing, so I needed to say something to them. So I told, my friend Jazz to make sure that they knew, like, when I approached that if I say something about a poetry night, just tell them to go straight to the back. So when we get there, I say, hey, we're here for the poetry night, go straight to the back. As we're walking though, we bump into a couple of my friends. So let's pause right there. So anybody that know me know that I'm a big stickler on rules and punctuality. Two things. I told everybody do not be at the bar by the time I get there. I gave people a 30-minute window to actually like get drinks and everything. So there was no reason people should have been at the bar. But
your friends.
I tried to go past him, y'all. I tried to not even pay him no attention. She saw him and was like, hey, there goes such and such. So now I gotta play it off like, oh, hey, what are you doing here? So
and they definitely got us a little twisted before we went back there.
Yeah, so they was like, oh, let's take some shots and all that.
Took
and I'm
like
just
5.
So as we proceed to go, again, there's a big black curtain. She has no idea what's
and
going
I saw
on.
Jazz, but I just thought she was just looking out for us to like come in and like sit down. So it wasn't a big thing for me to see her. Like, I was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, because again, Jazz was supposed to be the person who were inviting us to poetry night. So through her organization. So it wasn't a surprise to see Jazz. We were supposed to see Jazz. Yeah. But what she didn't expect, what was next. The curtains open. And you barely could see anything because everyone has their phones out. Everyone has the flash on.
Yeah, I was like, this probably the face I made, like, that part of the face.
What's the face?
He was like.
It was definitely that face. So, we're walking in, and I'm honestly not sure if she has any idea what's going on.
I just saw people. I was just like.
It was a lot of her friends, of course, her family, my family, all of the people that she would know. And at this point, I'm like, game time. Gotta perform. It's my time now, baby. It's my time.
Oh, please.
So I just kept, I tried to keep my cool. I remember taking your purse.
I thought I was going to hyperventilate.
I'm glad you didn't.
I probably thought.
That would have ruined everything. But I remember grabbing your purse. I don't even know who I gave it to. No. But we was all family, so it didn't matter. I gave somebody your purse. We were.
Family still.
I got a couple of family members that definitely still.
Exactly.
I don't know if you checked your purse after that. It's probably something down. But nonetheless.
Oh boy.
I gave her purse to someone and I walked her to, I guess, the area that I was planning on proposing in front of. We had the little arch with everything, the Will You Marry Me sign. And
that's when I realized what was going on.
That's when you realized?
When I saw it, I was just like, because I saw everybody like that I knew and I was just like, I'm very confused as to why everybody's here. Then I saw the words on the balloon. I was like, oh. Then I started feeling like hyperventilating.
So, did you, when you saw the words, what went through your mind?
It felt like I wanted to pinch myself. Like, maybe I'm just dreaming. Like, maybe I'm asleep.
That's what you thought?
I really did. Because I just, like I said, I never thought it would be this.
When it was.
Yeah, I felt like maybe 2 more years, 3 more years to propose.
What did you think about the setup?
No, it was very nice. It was very, I don't know how much you paid for it, but it was very nice.
I paid a lot of money for it. So much
whoever
money.
Did it was
put
nice.
It on a credit card. Hey now.
It was very nice. I liked it a lot. Cool, they did a good job.
So of course, here we are. It's showtime. Everyone's yelling, everyone's screaming, everyone's yelling names, everyone's recording. And then I decided to say something to you before I got on my knee. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I know, it was along
the line. Was it freestyle?
It was semi-freestyle.
Okay.
I had the gist of what I wanted to say, but I wasn't going to try to rehearse something, and I wanted it to be genuine, but I also didn't want to just be up there just speaking out of thin air. So I had an idea of what I wanted to say, and I said what I wanted to say, and then of course the apex. Got on one knee.
With the pants.
With the pants, baby, and it worked out just fine. But of course, like once you get on one knee, like that's when everybody starts. It's like two parts. When you get on a knee, and then when you answer yes or no. Those are like the two biggest parts. So I get on one knee, everybody starts going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like Lil Romeo, Bow Wow, Chris Brown, all of them just walked in at once in like 2003 or something. Like the girls are going crazy. It's the Scream Tour. It's Omarion. It's B2K. We here. We functioning. We doing it all. You feel me? The boy, the boss. That was a lot? Was that a lot?
So it's the Scream Tour.
Alright. So once I get on one knee, you know, of course you gotta grab the hand. Now I ain't gonna hold you. Quick pause. Like in the moment, I wasn't sure if I was gonna grab the right hand. Not literally the right hand, but the correct hand. Because when you're facing the opposite way of something.
He talk about me on here all my
Hey, sometimes all the screws don't be screwed on all at once. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Boy.
But I did. I grabbed the correct hand and I asked her, will you marry me? And you said,
hell yeah, man.
That ain't verbatim, but you know what I'm saying? Yes. Of course, that's when we get the loud uproar. Everybody's cheering. I get up finally. Because that knee, boy, I ain't lying, boy. Listen.
Old age. Facts. Oh my God.
But no, I get up. Of course, everyone's coming up to us, congratulating us, hugging us, wishing us well. Of course, now we have to take 1,000,001 pictures.
I cannot stand pictures. I don't even know how this is gonna work when we get married.
But you did. You enjoyed. It seemed like you enjoyed taking pictures that day. No.
Like the first 5.
This one right here, y'all. But anyway, you know, of course, we celebrated, took a bunch of pictures with our family and friends, and then I had a cake made. No, Brittany had a cake made.
That cake was good.
Brittany got us a cake, and if you actually pay attention to our intro video, you'll see a quick snippet of that engagement cake, and the engagement. That the part where you say yes is on the intro video, and I'm gonna put my glass down, y'all, because this I'm gonna be cherished, right? I'm gonna be cherished.
No, can you not?
I'm gonna be cherished.
No, you're
y'all.
not.
She's like, yes. That was cherished, y'all. So that's how she said yes. Of course, cause
I don't like you.
But no, we were super excited. I guess it was very much like the highlight of the year.
Yeah, it was a rough year.
It was a very rough year, and I felt like that was like everything. It worked out perfectly. The proposal, you know, planning it, you know, and shout out to everybody who helped me, because of course you have to keep it a secret, and that's already hard.
And I just think everybody is fake who kept it a secret from me. I was like seeing some of my friends every day. It was 2 of them I saw every day.
That's because they really my friends now. They're not really her friends anymore.
Like literally, I saw them every day for workout purposes, and didn't say anything. The dress I got was from Bianca. I worked out with her every day.
Hey.
She didn't even tell me. She was like, "I got a dress for you."
And next was the turn up, y'all. Of course, we had drinks, we had food, we had cake, of course.
The cake was good.
Absolutely.
I
And
really
then we
like
went
cake.
out that night. We went to a lounge. A lot of our friends joined us, and we had an amazing night, a super fun night. And you know, I will never forget how that day started and how it ended and everything in between.
Yeah. And then that weekend ended with me having a new job, because that Monday is when I got the job I have now.
See, it was
was
God.
God.
God knew how to. This is what God did. God said.
Get up.
God said, "My son."
You wild. Lord have mercy.
But no,
it ended off good.
It did, and it was an amazing event. It was an amazing planning. I want to give more credit to the people who helped plan it, because I was the person who more so had to distract her while everything else was going on behind the scenes, and my people were able to do all of those things for me. So shout out to them. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. You know, I don't want to go down the list and name everybody because I don't want to forget anybody. But it was a success, and that's our proposal story.
I wish you do a cheers, but I don't have any more. You?
Okay, so in retrospect, when we're looking at that day, like, what do you wish went differently?
I wish I was in a better mood from the beginning. Like, I was in a really bad mood. Like, I didn't want to go.
I'm glad you went. Had a lot of money invested.
I mean, full transparency. So that was a Friday. So that, like, around 12 o'clock that day, I had basically found out that I didn't get the job that I wanted. So I was on a job hunt. And they had called me around 12 o'clock, told me I didn't get the job. They actually said I was overqualified, which I didn't understand, but whatever. So then I worked out around like 4:30 that day. And then I knew we were going to the poetry night. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to just put on a good face and just go. Like, whatever. Like, it's already been a bad day, so maybe I'll have fun. And I think if I was in a better mood, I probably would put that lipstick on. I was in a better mood. I really would have, but like, even in the car, like, I just wasn't. I was really putting on a good face.
You was there, but you wasn't there.
Yeah, like, I was just like type, like, even to like when we were like walking up and walking in, I still had it on my mind, like, I really wanted that job. Like, I really did. I did the interview. Probably had like 3 interviews. Remember? Like, I'm like, man, I knew that job was mine, and it just didn't work out. So I just wish I was in a better mood. But what else? That, and I mean, of course, the hiccup we had.
Oh, at the proposal?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I ain't gonna blast the people, but you know what I'm saying? Honestly, that, but because
it was a 9 out of 10 experience, but that one. Boy, that
was a
one.
bad one.
That bad one.
But that's it. Just wish I was just in a better mood. Going into those shots that we had going in, kind of like
eased you up.
Yeah, it did.
I needed it too. I had me a little rag, y'all. I was sweating. I was sweating, man. Because like I said, I really honestly wasn't that nervous to propose. And
I would have been so nervous.
Honestly, I had already ran through how this was going to play out in my mind 101 times. I just had to do it. Like, I literally had to just perform. That was all that was.
But you're a pretty confident person.
I am, but I feel like when you're doing something that you've never done, you know, it's still like a little bit of butterflies. Because you're not sure. And like I said, regardless.
You thought I was going to say no?
Regardless of what you may think. You always run the risk of a person saying no. And I'm like,
what have you done if I said no?
I would have been like, nah, bro, you come up for real. Oh, yeah, stop laughing.
And I was like, no, for real, like, I'm not ready.
Nah, I was like, nah. I would have told everybody you said it. And I would have told you, like, you better.
They would have heard me.
Just act like it. Just act like it. What's the rule, y'all? You have my back in public, and then in private, you get me, right? You tell me yes in public, and then public.
But I asked you this the other day, and you said you would rather somebody tell you no right then and there.
I would, but then I also said don't tell me no, though. I'd rather them tell somebody else no. Don't tell me no.
Okay.
That's just what it gotta be. That's just what it gotta be. So, I'm gonna tell y'all what I would have changed for that day. It wasn't nothing super crazy, though, and you wouldn't know it if you didn't know me. So, I went and got my hair cut that day. Of course, like, you know, I wanted to be super fresh for the occasion. And at the time, I was going to see a very, very good barber. I think he's honestly the best barber I've ever had. Not right now, y'all. I need a haircut. Don't judge me. Still got my waves, though. Y'all see me swimming. Hello. Nonetheless, I went to the barber. He was cutting my hair, and he knew that I was proposing. I had already told him, like, the last haircut that I was going to be proposing. I need you to make sure my haircut is on time. Like, I need everything. So as I'm getting my hair cut, y'all, like, like, come on, bro. Today is like one of the most important days of my life, bro. It's nowhere in the world you can mess my haircut up, right? Wrong. So I'm getting my hair cut, and I hear like, nyeh.
Come on, Jimmy, man. Just 2 seconds, bro. It won't take long. I promise. We're done. Wait. I ain't. You know, my bad, brother. I skipped you. And you know what? Why don't you just let me fade you up?
I'm like, oh, hey, what was that? What was that? I say, yo, but nah, he was just like, nah, you good, you good. He lied to me, y'all. He was like, nah, you good, you good, you good. So I usually get my hair cut at a decent length, and I just get like a temp fade, which is basically faded right here, faded right here, faded in the back. All right. I pay him a very healthy fee, by the way, y'all. He not cheap. He not cheap. The most I've ever spent on a haircut, and I used to get my haircut by him all the time. So I'm riding back in the car, and I'm like, damn, my hair feel breezy as hell. Like, yeah, it's a little cool in here. And like, so I go to like do like this, y'all, and like I got like a whole boosie fade going on. You feel me? Never mind, I ain't wore that haircut since like 2nd grade, bro, and that's my mother's fault. That was before I had a chance to decide how I get it. So I'm like, yeah. I hit him up immediately. It was like, bruh, what kind of cut did you give me, bruh? That's not what I asked for, bro. I'm about to go propose.
That's why I keep telling you, you need to check before you leave the seat.
Bro, at this point in time, I've been getting my hair cut by this man the same way all the time. I never needed to check after a while. Like, man, long story short, y'all, he messed up my hair. He gave me the wrong haircut. He didn't give me what I asked for. But what he did do was, although it should have been free, it should have been a gift in the first place for me proposing, but nonetheless, he just refunded me my money immediately. But it wasn't a bad hair. Don't get it twisted. Like, I wasn't mad at the haircut. I was just mad at it wasn't what I asked for. But it was still a nice haircut, and I think that was the only thing that I would change. You know what I'm saying? If I had the opportunity to. Again, it didn't make or break anything.
No, I mean, I still thought it looked nice. But I definitely see what you're saying. It was kind of like bold.
She already said something about me in the group chat.
No, I didn't. I did, but I know your haircuts, and it was kind of like just hair, like right here, and like not in the back. You don't have the hair for that. Sorry.
I'm a joke. I'm a joke.
You just don't have the hair for like.
I'm a joke.
Okay.
I'm a joke to you. I'm a joke to you. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, like that was super dope. I thought that we had fun, and thank you to everybody who came out and supported us. And also, while we're doing wedding updates, we didn't talk about this off camera, so this is the first time that you're gonna hear this.
Oh no,
nothing crazy like that. Nothing crazy like that. But I'm thinking of how we gonna do this for the people who really support us as we go along with this thing. So we're getting married in May. 2022. We're live streaming the wedding. Maybe we'll pick a select few people to give the link to, or maybe we'll just give it to all of you.
First of all, just a maybe. Which one you gonna do?
I don't know. We'll talk about it one day, but I'm just throwing it out there.
That's a good idea.
Like, so y'all can, you know what I'm saying? If y'all follow us along, obviously we're telling y'all how we met. We're going to lead it all the way up to the wedding and thereafter. So it'll be super dope. So the wedding will be live streamed for sure. And we'll have a link with multiple cameras and camera angles for you to kind of join us and share that special moment with us. So that's something that you guys can look forward to. And again, all right, so as we concluded our story time, as you can see, now we got a little something else special planned for us. You feel me? Because we like to be competitive, as we talked about earlier. I'm probably going to win. But we're going to continue with our wedding updates and some other fun things that we have coming up. So, let's set that thing up. You know, Red always start.
No, it's ladies first.
Red always start.
Ladies first.
She asked for this. Okay, so now that we've started our wedding planning, before you started, what did you anticipate being like the hardest thing about wedding planning?
I thought that the hardest thing with wedding planning would be obviously paying for it. But outside of that, I always heard that flowers was going to be super expensive. I already knew that going into it, but I mean, we're just blessed that we're not paying for flowers and stuff.
Right.
So, you know, you see, already trying to play with me. It's the okay. See. But yeah, so flowers. I heard flowers were hard, but paying for it, and that is definitely a kicker.
It is. I think for me, going into it, I didn't necessarily know what to believe was going to be like the hardest part about wedding planning, but I felt like it was going to be easier than what it turned out to be.
So, I mean, what do you feel about it now, though? Like, now that you're in it, like, what's your hardest thing that's
I think kind of getting the ball rolling. I think that's like
that was hard.
That was hard because you kind of don't know necessarily where to start, right? Like we wanted to look for venues, and we'll have like a section of the podcast that's going to be dedicated to like our venue search. But going into it, I had no idea it was going to be like as much as it was. Like it was wildly expensive.
Yeah, and for me, I felt like since we were engaged during the pandemic, I thought the prices were going to be like a little bit lower. But at the beginning of the pandemic, when we were looking, the prices were actually higher than it is like now. So I'm like,
and I understand it because a lot of businesses, of course, were trying to recuperate for not having any business at all.
Oh, but that makes sense, yeah.
So it was definitely difficult. But now that you're in it, what do you find most exciting about the wedding planning?
Dress hunting is fun. Doing that with my mom has been cool only because it's just me and her looking. So, and my niece, but she don't know what's going on. She only one. But just us getting that bonding time as mother and daughter, I think has been pretty good.
Cool.
And nobody will kind of really know what my dress will look like other than, you know, a select few other than her and those select few people. But I think us finding the initial dress together has been a good bonding moment for me and my mom.
Gotcha. I think you being slick over there. Don't play with me like that. For me, I think the most exciting thing has honestly been getting closer. Like I said, I think it was very stressful for us at the beginning, and I felt like the more we like locked in with vendors and you know signed contracts, the more it started to seem like a reality. Like, yo, this is really about to happen. It's going down. I'm very excited about like the venue and how it's gonna look.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look really good.
Well, I'm gonna be there, so of course it's gonna look good. But it's the truth. But no, I think that's super dope. So, you know, we're gonna keep you guys posted with everything that's happening with the wedding. Trust me, we're gonna be fully transparent because we want you to understand how hard a lot of this stuff can be, as well as what we can help make easier for you. So
I think also for me, decision making has been hard. Like, I do not like making decisions. It's just what it is. I don't like it. But want to say something?
I was going to say something about
what would you like to say? What would you like to say?
That was a bad decision that you just made. Connect for. Told you.
It's the
now
cheating
go ahead and finish your story. Go ahead and finish your part. Go ahead.
But if this is Uno, I would have won.
I'm gonna grab the Uno cards. Don't worry.
But yeah, so I think that decision making is hard because there's so many decisions to make and there's so many options. So trying to like, you know, just put it to one thing is very hard. And
I mean, we're just gonna call a spade a spade. I think another hard part is knowing how to balance everyone's opinions and inputs. Mainly our parents and close friends and relatives. You know, everyone saying, "Hey, why don't you do this? Oh, y'all should do this, and you should do this." And it's just like, when we make a decision to do something, people question it. It's just like, but that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's definitely a situation where sometimes you got to establish boundaries with family and stuff like that, because I think we both experienced that with our own respective families, where it's like, look, I get what you're saying, but this is what I want to do. So I think that that's definitely a part that weighs in as well. So, that'll just be my gift, my advice to you. But we'll go into further detail in that in another episode. I'm gonna switch the game real quick, and then we got one more thing for y'all. As y'all can see, I'm a winner. She's a loser. Loser. All right, y'all. So as y'all can see, we are on to game number 2, and this is supposed to be her game.
So how we playing?
You know how we playing, bro. Don't be cheating. Y'all know.
Black people always gotta ask how you playing.
Always gotta ask how you play with them. Y'all know how it go. But so as we're playing, we're gonna talk about something else we have coming up that we want you guys' participation in. What we would like for you guys to do is we're gonna give you a couple options to choose from for our Halloween costumes. We're gonna let you pick our Halloween costumes, and not only are you gonna pick our Halloween costumes, you are going to watch us do our podcast in those Halloween costumes. So we have a couple options for you. What's the color, man?
Red. Alright, so the costume options are and I can pull them up on my phone. So
Color yellow.
there is Ike and Tina, Mario and Luigi,
Show enough.
Zombies, Scooby and Shaggy, and Glizzies.
Explain to them what Blizzard.
It's just hot dogs.
Don't pick hot dogs.
No, pick the hot dog.
So again, we got Ike and Tina, Mario and Luigi, Zombies, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, and hot dogs. We'll put up a poll on our
I feel
Twitter
like you forgot one.
and Instagram,
Let me make sure.
and you guys will be able to choose which one of those. I said the color was yellow, man. Which one of those that you guys would like to see us wear? Please don't pick hot dogs.
Yes, pick the hot dogs.
Again, we're gonna wear this.
Don't cheat, man.
I already said Uno.
Uno.
All right.
Let's see you cheating.
I'm not cheating.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna put that up on our Twitter and Instagram as a poll, and whichever one wins is the costume that we're gonna wear, and we'll wear it around the Halloween time whenever that episode appears, and we'll do the entire episode in our costumes, and even put on a little performance for you guys. So don't pick hot dogs, okay?
Hot dog.
Please don't pick hot dogs.
I think I wanted to either do the hot dog or Shaggy and Scooby.
I want to do. I could.
I bet.
I want to do Ike and Tina because I never wore a wig. I want to wear a wig.
You have to wear a wig if you was Shaggy.
And a guitar.
You just want to hit me.
And I want to make you eat some cake.
See, that's
Come
why
on, man. Why you take all day to get this butt whooping, bro? You don't have nothing.
Yeah, I don't have nothing.
Uno, the color yellow. Uno out. I told y'all I'm the beast. She's a loser. Q loser.
Le who? The her.
Just the wine.
I told y'all she was gonna lose. She lost Connect 4. She lost in Uno. She lost in the game last week for real, because I told y'all I get dressed first, as y'all saw. And that lets you know that I'm the bomb, y'all. I'm the bomb, okay? Shout out to me. Shout out to me. Shout out to me, man. Shout me out.
I'm not shouting you out.
Or can I get 28 acres on mine? See what I'm saying? She ain't a real. You gonna take us out?
Yep, so that concludes our second episode. Second episode, guys. Thanks again for supporting us. Anything? You have anything to close?
Nah, just make sure you follow our Twitter and Instagram page. Both of them are Jump the Broom Pod, one word. As you can see at the bottom of your screen right there.
Cash out. We playing a wedding.
Hey.
Any rich folks out there?
We definitely appreciate any type of donations and contributions. On a serious note, I mean, obviously paying for a wedding is very expensive. And, you know what I'm saying, it's definitely something that if we can get we'll take all the help we can get. But nonetheless, you know, we appreciate this support of you guys watching and tuning in. Again, we will continuously bring you great content and real content. You know, we're not faking it. You know, we're being real. And hopefully you enjoy watching us and traveling with us along the ride of Jumping the Broom. So until next week, we out here.